Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends. Oh, honey. I'll be in my room. Get your own movie.
His name.
Tales as old as wine. Welcome to Think About It Reviews, where we're doing spoiler talk of Beauty and the Beast. So Beauty and the Beast, the live action movie, whatever you want to call it, basically Jungle Book, Jon Favreau, right? Or Cinderella, or Maleficent. Disney seems to be putting their eggs in a lot of these live adaptations of the classic Disney cartoons. So Beauty and the Beast, of course, was up next, but was it good? I liked the film. I did enjoy the film. I thought there was a lot to like about the film. Of course, it's never going to be as good as the original cartoon. I mean, the cartoon is able to do a lot more with a lot of this music. It's a musical, right? It's a musical. It could capture that beauty, that essence of a musical. You know, they can make characters' facial reactions appear where they want, what they want them to, like how they want them to appear. They could do a lot of different like actions with cartoon. Like they could really embody the musical when it comes to animated. But when it comes to live adaptations, you have to really watch out with a lot of the goofiness and a lot of things that wouldn't translate so well on the big screen. This is going to be a spoiler talk, and I'm just going to really kind of dissect this thing because I saw the film, and like I said, I really liked it. But there is some problems with it, and let's get into that. Emma Watson. Emma Watson is this high caliber actor. I haven't really seen I think I've only seen like two Harry Potter movies, and then I read the books up to like halfway point. But Emma Watson's supposed to be high caliber, and she really does good in the singing. I really like her singing voice. I thought she did a fantastic job with the singing of it all. And there are some moments in here where her and the Beast actually have some good chemistry kind of moments. And you generally feel like, okay, you know, that's I can see why they casted her. But, however, I felt like somebody else should have been cast as Belle. As much how crazy that sounds, listen, her singing and everything she does, and her probably direction, they told her to do certain things, she handled pretty well. But the acting of it, when there wasn't any music playing, the acting of it, she really fell flat to me. She really reminded me of like a plank, you know. She's motionless in the film. There is some emotion she does convey in some moments in the film, like receiving the library that the Beast has, but there is a lot of times where she's just not like the Belle in the animated series, and I'm sorry for comparing it that way, but Belle in the animated series is lighthearted. She's tough. She's like a Princess Leia, honestly, of freaking the Disney princesses, but she's smiling. She's reacting to a lot of crazy things in here, and maybe you think that doesn't translate so well into a musical like this, but it does. And Emma Watson, her facial expressions were the one thing that got me through the whole film. There was that scene finally when we got the be all guests with the finest and have a vest. She does not, her face does not move an inch. Like there is no reaction to all this shit going on, right? There's nothing. There's so much spectacularness. This is that Disney magic, and she has no facial expression. She has maybe a little bit towards the end, but no facial expression. I understand because what is she looking at, you know? And I think that's the fault of the director as well. Like the director telling her to act this way, where the director should have told her to, like, it's like you're in Disneyland, brighten up, but we don't get that, and that's maybe not Emma Watson's fault. That's the director's fault. However, I do feel like Emma Watson should have put some input and said like, so I watched the cartoon and I think I should be, maybe I should do it this way a little bit more, like oh, the Beast though. The Beast, this actor, I don't think I've seen him. He looks familiar, but I don't think I've seen him in other things. He was awesome. The Beast was absolutely awesome. I loved the performance in The Beast. I thought this was the best performance in the movie. I thought when he had to be charming, this guy was charming. When he had to be aggressive and mean, this guy was aggressive and mean. He really captured the Beast to me. He really captured what the Beast was feeling, his feelings towards it. When it finally came for them to kind of connect and, that love story to happen, I really felt like he generally tried. I felt like he was the boyfriend trying to do as much as he can to please his girlfriend. And that's what I was getting out of the film. Like, this guy was like, you want this? There you go. And then this guy was so charismatic and so just oozing with that gentleman-like quality when it came to Shakespearean, because this dude's like spouting out Shakespeare and all that stuff, and his voice coming out of all that CGI fur. Like, I dug the Beast, man. The Beast was on his game. Was there chemistry between the Beast and Belle? I would like to say yes, there was. The believability of them falling in love and a lot of the montages that happened, especially the one song, well, I never seen this before. I thought that number could have been done a lot better, and I was like waiting for like the bird scene. I was waiting for him to have a bunch of birds on him. I'm surprised. There's a lot of scenes they don't use in this film that actually I remember when I was a kid. I'm like, I remember that. That's the one part. And I get they're trying to stray from the film a little bit, trying to make their own, but there's some things where it's like, okay, all right, she fell in love with the Beast, that's fine, but it never made me go, yeah, they're destined together. This is so believable. I never got that with these two together. I thought the overall casting was great. I thought they did the scene was fantastic. I thought the newer stuff that was put in the film was great as well. Learning about Belle's mother, the magic kind of world thing where see what happened to Belle's mother. The Beast, Beast lighting up a little bit more, and just like reading with her, and those two going back to having a connection to books and all that stuff. Or the very beginning when we actually see the curse being put on him and seeing this guy and what a dick he really was. I will say though, I want to put the narrative in the very beginning. I think I would have just show, not tell, but it's a fairy tale, whatever. This guy did a fantastic job singing. They know he could sing because they saw him in Moulin Rouge, but I thought Ewan McGregor was so miscast in here as well. I felt like when he was trying to deliver that French accent, like he would lose it sometimes. I'm not saying he did a horrible job. He did a great job with the scene, and he did deliver some of those comedic moments, especially with Cogsworth and Ian McKellen. Oh my god, I loved it. I loved Ian McKellen. I love Cogsworth. Oh my god, he was awesome. I thought Ian McGregor was. I thought they could have got any really French actor who could deliver that and sing. So I don't know why they brought him in the fold, other than he's a name and Moulin Rouge. But I'm not saying he did a horrible job. I'm just saying like I would have just actually got a French actor in that role. The song Tales as Old as Wine, that was a bummer. There's a lot of numbers that worked and there's some numbers that didn't work. That particular scene, the main scene that everybody remembers from Beauty and Beast, I don't remember. I remember the Gaston song. That scene in particular just didn't hit. It didn't really hit as well as I wanted it to. It was short. It was very short. The direction was good. It was safe in this film, but I was like looking for that camera to move up to the ceiling, reveal some beautiful artwork, and go back down to Belle and Beast. I was looking for that camera to do some work in here, have some angles, have some shots that really kind of opens up open up the scene a little bit more, really makes it extravagant, like, you know, The Great Gatsby extravagant, but it was never like that. It was safe, and that's the problem I had with that particular scene and some of the scenes in this movie. Gustan's song, I was waiting for it. It was good. I wish that the problem I had with the film a lot too was, like, I wish that they would do a lot of the things that they were singing about. You know, they would actually do a lot of, like, you Gustan drinking a bunch of eggs. That would have been funny. You know, Luke Evans did a great job. I believe it was Luke Evans. He did a great job as Gustan. And the one thing too that really bugged me was the opening number with Belle, you know, meeting all the townspeople, and they just have Emma Watson just walking. In the beginning, she was interacting with a lot of the townspeople, but she's after a certain point when she gets to, like, the little library, which I was disappointed in too, that little just stack of books right there. But she's walking around after that. It's just like she's not even interacting with anybody anymore. And I felt like that was a huge mistake. Like, keep having her interact with all these townspeople. You know, and it's interesting too, is that the townspeople were there were some who had colorful dresses, and Belle wasn't kind of like the outcast as she says she was. I never felt like she was the outcast, honestly. She just liked books and stuff. You know, she's wearing blue in an original cartoon. My girlfriend was telling me, like, yeah, she wore blue, but everybody else had like, you know, red, kind of brownish color, that she stood out with the rest. And, you know, the color palette in this film, I love the color palette, but I felt like that scene, actually, that would have been smart thinking to have her just in blue and a lot of people in, like, reddish, blackish colors, and just really had her really stand out. I think the best number in the film, honestly, was Kill the Beast. I thought that was great. I thought it was really worked well. The camera movement finally did its job, and I thought you just really got that sense of, oh, you know, you got into it. You got more into the film, and I thought the Kill the Beast number was really good. The new number that the Beast sang, they had to give this guy a solo. It was fine. I thought that was too many numbers, too many songs in the film, but whatever, you know, that was fine. It was okay. It wasn't a bad song, honestly. The production design is stunning. The setting, the sets were beautiful. The singing was great. I think the choreography, like I said, could have been a little bit better, but I thought Belle's dad, Kevin Kline, was great as well. I thought some of the actors, like the Beast, was fantastic. I really thought the color palette was great, especially instead of, you know, the Belle number could have been like, you really could have had a hidden meaning to that. Belle and Gustan's interaction were just not enough, honestly, to really wonder, like, you know, Gustan was a dick, you understood that, but I really did think the strong thing about this film was just the look of the film. The look of the film was absolutely stunning and gorgeous. Yeah, LeFou, Gustan's friend, Josh Gad. I thought Josh Gad did an okay job. Like, it was a hit and a miss for me. Like, some jokes worked, and some jokes were just like, it's not feeling it. I mean, there was controversy because, like, he was gay in the movie. I was like, I don't care. Like, I just want to watch the damn movie. Like, you can tell that he's not on team. He's not like banging every woman there. He's really admiring, you know, Gustan, but that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. And I felt like the writers and the directors really wanted to shove that in your face and really wanted to bring that out there so they could have more to talk about in this film, which is like, it doesn't matter. I thought Josh Gad was a perfect choice for the film, but it wasn't as, you know, goofy, numbskully as LeFou was in the cartoon. And I'm like, why is this character like, it never felt like LeFou to me, honestly. It just really felt like Josh Gad in this role with Gustan. Overall, I mean, I really enjoyed this film. I thought there was great singing, there was great numbers, there's, you know, it had me. It was almost to perfection. It was almost there with a lot of these numbers and a lot of these scenes. scenes, but then it would either end too quick or it just never really reached to that level that you wanted it to reach. But overall, it was a good time at the theater. It's long. It definitely feels kind of long, honestly, but I really had a good time watching this film. There's a lot of good things about it, but like I said, there's some things where I would have changed personally, and I think it could have made the movie better if those changes were to occur. I can't rewatch this 1,000 times. I could probably watch the middle to almost the end, because that's where the film kind of picks up. It starts off really slow. It's just it's a good film. It's a good watch, but it's just not the greatest thing I've ever seen from Disney. Honestly, I like the Jungle Book a lot more, but then again, I can't watch the Jungle Book over and over again. So we'll see how the Lion King does. But thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Like the video if you like, and comment below what are you guys' thoughts on Beauty and the Beast. I would love to hear those thoughts. I'm Dan, man. Thank you, down, son. See you guys later. Grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. See you at the cinema.